Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this 5 minute recap of the Awe of God. We're on chapter 20. It's titled Our Pursuit, and how important it is that we actually put some effort into this pursuit of holiness. Hebrews 12:13-14. Mark out a straight path for your feet and work at living a holy life. The New King James Version puts it, pursue holiness. Without no one will see the Lord. The word pursue is the Greek word dioko, which is defined as to do something with intense effort and with definite purpose or goal. I don't know in the morning when we wake up if we think of pursuing holiness. Now, again, we're going to talk about positional holiness and behavioral behavior holiness in just a second. John, the author of the book, uses the example of marriage. A husband or wife doesn't get up in the morning and say, I'm chasing with intense effort to be a spouse today. A husband, a wife, you already are a spouse. That's your position, okay? But as a husband and wife, we can wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to pursue optimal behavior as a husband or a wife. So again, if you're married, you're married. You don't pursue the position, but you pursue optimal behavior to be a good husband or wife. Sorry about that. You don't chase the position. Okay, we don't chase the position. That's a work of grace. That's the work of the cross. That's a free gift. The position is a gift. But we do need to pursue behavior that is, again, worthy of the Lord. Colossians 1:10. He writes, similarly, there are millions of believers who are under the rulership of Jesus Christ. He protects, loves, and provides them and answers their requests. However, the question is, do they see him? In other words, do they experience his manifest presence? All right? And that's probably true for a lot of people who claim Christ. They believe all the right things, and they might even be walking in a relationship with him. But do they really experience him in a relational way, in a manifest presence kind of way? It's worth repeating. No behavior holiness, no seeing the Lord. If we want to see the Lord and have an experiential knowledge with him, we need to pursue holiness. Why is this so critical? First, if we don't see him, if we lack his manifest presence, we don't know him intimately. And there's a difference between knowing about God and knowing him intimately. The second reason is equally important. Without beholding him, not being in his presence, we cannot be changed or transformed into his likeness. All right. So if we're going to be people that are transformed, it's got to be more than just a head knowledge. It's got to be an experience with him. And that experiential knowledge of God is going to be hindered if we have sin in our lives, if we're not walking in obedience. We talk about having static in your relationship with him. You still have relationship, but there's static. It gets in the way. The holiness we pursue must originate in our hearts, our thoughts, motives, and intentions. This will ultimately drive our outward behavior. This is why Jesus said, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. So if we want to see God, and again, a measure of intimacy, we need to pursue having a purity. James 4, your motives are all wrong. You want only what will give you pleasure, you adulterers. You don't realize that friendship with the world makes you an enemy of God. It's pretty strong language. James uses the word adulterer. Again, it's an awkward thing to say, but in the context of marriage, I'm just going to read this because we're running out of time. I've been married to Lisa for more than 40 years, and there are strong reasons I've not committed adultery against her. The first and foremost is that I fear God. I made a covenant with him to love and nurture her regardless of her response or behavior. The second reason is because I don't want to lose intimacy with this person, with this magnificent woman. I love that she confides in me, sharing her innermost secrets and longings of her heart. In essence, I love our closeness. It's no different with Jesus. The reason I passionately avoid committing adultery against him, reference to the James 4 verse, the reason I passionately avoid committing adultery against him is that I don't want to lose that sense of intimacy. There is something to be said for looking at our relationship with the Lord in the same context as marriage. We want to be faithful to our spouse. We want to be faithful to the Lord at the same time. So we do need to pursue that optimal behavior. So we're a little bit longer than 5 minutes, but thanks for joining us. Take care. God bless.